bullshit, thank God.
But it might actually happen since we've seen Jason David Frank return as Tommy. We've seen Rick Medina Jr., who better known as Cole Evans, return to Samurai as Decker. So there might be some possibility that Blake Foster can come back as Justin, if not maybe a different character.
I kind of hope it's a different character. Justin, I couldn't get into Justin. He wasn't a terrible character, but he just seemed annoying to me.
No, I get it. The reason I found him annoying is because he was a kid, and he like fucking transformed into a grown man while in his ranger suit.
Yeah, when he takes it off, he magically shrinks back down to a 12-year-old. Why? I wonder why that is.
Alright, moving on to our last piece of news, and it's on Power Rangers SPD.
Finally. Thank you. Something good.
As we mentioned a few weeks back, Japan is dubbing Power Rangers SPD for the Japanese audience, and there's a short clip out already.
Ooh, awesome.
It's not very long, it's like a minute long, and it's when Jack, the red SPD Ranger, morphs for the first time.
Still, I mean, that's enough to get people's appetites wet.
Yeah, and we'll have a link included in the description below, and I think it works. It's weird to hear like a Japanese voice coming out of him, but hey, it works. Plus, you get to hear SPD emergency in English.
Yeah. Didn't you say that the people who actually played the Deca Rangers in the original were gonna come back and voice these people?
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be even better since I've actually watched Deca Ranger and I'm a fan of Deca Ranger, so and I'm a fan of SPD, so this is gonna be a real treat.
And that was the last bit of news for the news corner, and all of these stories were brought to you by JEFusion.com, the Japanese entertainment blog. So go to JEFusion.com for tokusatsu, anime, and various Japanese entertainment news. And now, I'd like to introduce a new segment of the show. And it's going to be a music break, because we love tokusatsu music. I know y'all love the music, especially we have music playing in the background right now, but I think y'all deserve a better listen to the music as opposed to hearing our voices and then hearing the music at the same time.
Yeah! Can I announce the first song?
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, here is Puto Rita.
Sung by Shu Watanabe and Akira Kushida, and we'll be right back with the discussion topic.
Enjoy!
くなればなるほど何のために力は使うべきかチャージが重要になるさ君自身の振りかざして恐怖で全て手に入れたら間違うな祈る人の中身はただのエゴイストそうだろうその瞬間飲み込まれるダークサイドの危険な欲望外しやら心の強さ腹たいは試される時赤い者星も者に変えるその願いでコントロール外しやらさて名付けろ背後から続く力をその体にまとうのなら深くあれるかのミッションラのチャオルフットティラ 集団試す時だろう危険を冒しハブティアラ挑むのならばかすかでも光はあるさ正義のな現実もチャンスはある見逃すなハブティアラねじ伏せてみろ暴れ出す道の力を自分のものにできた時次のステージに行けよハブティアラ胸の中にある願いや夢を固く強く守るんだこれから君が進む未来見失うな心の強さ体今試される時破壊者を守護者に変えるその願いでコントロールハブティアラねじ伏せてみろ暴れ出す道の力を自分のものにできた時次のステージに行けよハブティアラ
And that was Power to Tira by Shu Watanabe and, excuse me, we were very prepared as you could see, by Shu Watanabe and Akira Kushida, who also sings the jingles of the different combos.
Gotta love that man. Gotta love that man's voice.
And moving on to our discussion topics, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics we got to talk about.
Alright, bring them on.
Our first topic was brought to us by Demon Master 66, and he wants to know our top 5 tracks in Tokusatsu, like music tracks.
I guess what? Should I go first?
Go ahead.
Alright, coming in at number 5 for me would be the Go-Go 5 opening. I recently got into the Go-Go 5 and I was watching the Sentai, and the music to it really stuck with me. I think it's very explanatory in what it's telling us. Go-Go 5, rescue us from demons. Rescue soldier. It's really awesome. At number 4 would be the Kamen Rider Blade opening. The second opening, not the first one. That one's a lot more powerful than the first one. And I think the way it's portrayed, I guess the pictures and the visuals help paint the story. But it sounds like it's telling you a really good story just by the opening alone. And that's why it gets number 4. For number 3, that has to go to Anything Goes. Kamen Rider O's opening 1. It's just mindless fun. To me, it just sounds like they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do what we can for this soundtrack. And it just sounds like they're banging garbage cans together and stuff, but it's not an insult by any means. It's actually really nice. Number 2 would have to go to Samurai Sentai, the Shinkenger opening 1. I was a big fan of this because I like the traditional samurai theme of this, because It's exactly what it is, the traditional samurai feel of Power Rangers. And while I'm not a fan of the new one, the new opening in America, I am a big fan of the one in Japan. It sounds very traditional, being strung by an old Japanese, I don't want to say Japanese guitar or banjo, that sounds really retarded. I'll call it a Japanese harp right now. Can we call it that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, right. We'll call it a Japanese harp right now. It sounds very beautiful and, you know, starts off with the first 5-6 seconds, and then all of a sudden you get like awesome guitar and drums and bass, and it just sounds amazing the way that it all came together perfectly. That's why it gets number 2. And the number 1, this is kind of a hands down thing, because this is nothing has topped it so far. For me, number 1 is Kamen Rider Double Opening 1.
Yes.
I forget the name. What's it called?
Double Boil Extreme.
Double Boil Extreme. This was just beautifully put together, especially if you watch the music videos and you see the opening itself. It's just clean, it's just amazing, it's just unbelievable. And the fact that you see the new Kamen Riders fighting monsters in the opening, it's just amazing. And that's why this gets number 1. And you're up.
Ah, damn, it's gonna be hard to follow that up. Alright. My number 5 has to be the opening for Maho Sentai Maji Ranger.
Oh, beautiful.
It was just really well put together. Like, the beginning, it's like you feel that sense of like fantasy and whimsical.
Enchantment?
Enchantment, yes, that was the word I was looking for, thank you. And then the rock music comes in and it goes really well. It's like the perfect blend, just like with the Shinkenger opening. It's like the perfect blend of 2 different musical styles, like the enchanted fantasy music and modern rock just coming together into a...
I guess because it eases you in at the beginning.
Yeah. Like, the Jew Ranger opening did a similar fashion, where it's just slow, but epic sounding, and then it builds up, and then opening starts. But yeah, the Maji Ranger opening is my number 5. Number 4 has to be the Kamen Rider Kiva opening, Break the Chain.
That's a good one.
I love Kamen Rider Kiva, and I love this opening even more. It just, it fits very well with the opening, like, and the opening credits, whenever Kiva starts, it meshes really well. They did a really good job on that, and it's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's like perfect. You're gonna hear perfect a lot from me, but it just sounds really good. It sounds like it was well put together. It was perfectly executed on that part. So yeah, that's my number 4. Excuse me, needed a drink. Actually, my number 3 is actually Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. I'm not gonna lie, Shinkenger was my first Sentai. It was what broke me into watching more Tokusatsu. And
exactly the same thing for me. It brought me back to Power Rangers. I'm sorry, this is your time. Go on.
I don't know what else I could say. My partner here said it very well. The mix with the traditional Japanese music and the rock coming together, it just sounds really, really good. If you want to hear my opinion, just go back and listen to what Nightshade said. Number 2